The western swamp tortoise is one of the world's 5 rarest reptiles. This investigation allowed me to learn about the turtle species, specifically why they are endangered, what people are doing to help save the species, and why we should care about the endangered tortoise. The western swamp tortoise can grow up to 15 centimetres in shell length, with webbed toes and a black or brown shell. The western swamp tortoise is the only turtle species where the male is larger than the female. They live off small invertebrates, including tadpoles. The turtle can only be found in Perth. However, there are not many turtles to find due to the small population and habitat, only being found in Perth's Swan Valley in 2 locations. Land clearing is another huge problem that can kill and harm the tortoise, but it can also destroy their natural habitat and home. Land clearing occurs more often due to housing and estate. Our cities and society is growing, and therefore we are clearing more land to expand for agriculture, housing and estate, ruining the tortoise's natural habitat. Agriculture is also expanding, so we are clearing more land and swamps to grow more crops to feed animals and people. Agriculture can also harm the tortoise's natural habitat by draining swamps for harvesting groundwater, leaving the swamps dry, making it harder for the tortoise to survive. Because of the small population, one disaster could potentially wipe out the species for good. Fire and drought are likely natural disasters that could possibly occur. Fire and droughts not only kill the animals but also their habitat, making it even more difficult for the species to stay alive. Other animals and predators are also a threat to the tortoise, helping them to become critically endangered. The tortoise is easy prey because of its small size to other animals, especially foxes and birds. Birds and foxes are a threat to the tortoise as they are easy targets, especially hatchlings. Since the tortoise is critically endangered, having such a small population and so many threats, there are some strategies put in place to help save them. Captive breeding is one of the biggest and most successful strategies run in the Perth Zoo. Captive breeding started in 1988 to recover the species, and its impact was shown in 2013 when more than 500 turtles were bred and released back into the wild. Captive breeding has helped to increase the population, research and protection, increasing their chances of survival. It has helped the species by providing research and protection once getting released back into the wild through predator-proof fences and tagging, so the tortoise can be followed and tracked. A strategy used to stop the decreasing numbers in the species by helping to preserve their natural habitat that is lost to agriculture and housing expansion is a policy. The policy was developed by the Western Australian Environmental Protection Authority on the swamp tortoise to limit additional expansion in nearby areas. The way the Environmental Protection Authority has conducted this is by using recovery plan outlines to purchase private land surrounding the swamp to improve and recover their habitat. But why go through all this trouble, all this money to save the western swamp tortoise? People are concerned for the western swamp tortoise, especially people who live in Perth. People in Perth and Australia care for the western swamp tortoise, as it is an exclusive species, so rare, only being found in 2 parts of the Swan Valley in Perth. Therefore, it is only natural for locals and people to take a concern into the well-being of Australia's smallest and most endangered reptile. Therefore, people are motivated to prevent their extinction due to their care and concern for their well-being.